It's tropical. It's very good. Really? Okay. Now, we're talking about dinosaurs 65 million years ago, 2010 right now. Okay. Now, you see where I'm going? Like when I break it down to you like that, you know, it makes you think a little bit. I hope it does. How long would you say we're here for? You would say, let me see, I'm going to try to pick your brain a little bit. You would say, okay, well, Jesus Christ was born in the year 0, and we're in AD 2010, and there was before Christ, BC. I don't know what AD means. I always thought it was like Anno Domini or Anno Domini or something like that. I really don't know. Nor do I care, because that's just what it is. BC, before Christ, we know that there was Egyptians, that there was Mayans, that there was the Bible. It was, you know, it was written. There was the Quran. It was all BC. Okay, how far back do you think we go? Well, you know, you see on the History Channel, you see the pyramids. You know, they're dated to like 10,000 BC. I'm pretty sure. I think it's like that. I don't know the exact. Oh, excuse me. The exact. That was a little bullshit. The exact timeline that we were taught to know when the Egyptians were here. But okay, so you got the Egyptians at about 10,000 BC, and then you got the Mayans, and you got the Incas, and yada, yada, yada. Well, you know, and then I was researching, well, not researching, I mean, I get a little YouTube crazy, and I go on my little YouTube quest. I suggest you do the same. It's actually pretty cool. I found this pyramid. They have this video on YouTube. You go on, oh man, what did I research? Well, it was a pyramid at the base of Japan, and it was found to be more than, I want to say 20,000. I could be wrong. I believe it was like 20,000 years old. This is BC, 20,000 BC. So 2,000 years doesn't even count. This is BC. Now, okay, so that's 20,000. Now that's possibly, they say that this is possibly the oldest structure that was ever found. Okay, great. But you got dinosaurs are here. We're here. Okay, let's go back. You got 2010. Then you got let's say 50,000 years, because you got cavemen, and then you got their whole evolution that they say happened, and you know, you got the monkeys that came, you know, over there, and then somewhere somebody said aliens came down and fucked cavemen, and then that's how humans were breeded. That's pretty funny. That's actually a funny one. I mean, like, if there was cavemen women and the aliens came down and they saw the cavemen women, would you want to fuck them? Probably not. Maybe, if I was drunk. It's something just does it kind of boggle your mind? Like, this is 50,000 years. Okay, now there's 65 million years ago that they found fossils for. They found fossils and said 65 million years ago dinosaurs were here. Here, fossil. All right. What about in between? Where are the in-between stuff? What happened to 1.5 million years ago? This was here. What happened to 250,000 years ago? What happened to, let's say, 37,000 years ago? We'll go random. Where are those bones? Well, if you go on YouTube, you will find some interesting facts. I actually found the video of, now, you know, some people might say, well, you're finding videos on YouTube. It might not actually be true. You know, you might be a little brainwashed. You're brainwashed too. You're brainwashed into not believing the facts. Okay? You know, some people watch the History Channel and they say, oh, this is a great show, not knowing that they're actual fucking facts. I digress. You see how some people, that this is, you know, some of the stipulations that I give you are actual people talking. Like, these are some things that actual people might be saying to me right now while I've been going on. I digress even further. So we got, let me see here. You got 50,000 years and you got 65 million. So you got about 60. My math might be wrong, but there's 64,950,000 years. that we're missing. To go back even further, the Earth, as far as you know and I know, how old do you think? You know, I'm just gonna say it because I have my own way of thinking, and you have your own way of thinking. And I would say, you know, I believe. Well, first I'm gonna say what you believe. Okay, what do you believe? And you would say something like, "Oh, well, I heard it was 4 or 5 billion years old." I would hope you'd say that because that's what I was taught too. That's what we all were taught. Now that might be bullshit. It might be true. Let's examine the facts. If that is true, then you got 4 billion years of life, and then you got 65 million years right about there. 4 billion here. No, something doesn't make sense here because there is a long time in there that you got 4 billion years. Billion. Now, if that's true, if like the Earth formed, okay, it was a billion and the Earth is forming, and then, okay, the moon broke off because of some cataclysmic event, and then you go even further, and then the moon formed, and then the Earth formed, and then it was hit by some type of meteor that they said brought back bacteria, and the bacteria formed, and then there was water, and the water catalyzed or what is it, catalyzed? I think it was like that, something like that, something scientific, and it turned the bacteria into another species, and that species evolved into some type of fish, and the fish evolved into something plankton, and the planktons evolved into some type of fish, and the fish evolved and walked on fucking water, and then grew fur, and yada yada yada. Hi, I am human being. My name is Joey. Bing. My brain is plagued by the fact of what the fuck happened thousands of years ago. What the fuck happened? Where are all the people from back then? Where are all the structures of society? I mean, we look at buildings that we have nowadays, and you have giant towers. Then you look at the structures that they had thousands of years ago, and they're just like platforms. You got the pyramids. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's just this. And then you got like just little platforms with, you know, you got Stonehenge. Those are like just stones, blah, 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 blah. And then you got platforms, and you got other, you know, pyramids like the Mayans. The Mayans had pyramids and plateaus, and you had the Incas with their structures. And it's just like, what the fuck? Where did we come from? How the fuck did we come up? We fucking populated the entire Earth. Has this ever happened before? Has this ever happened before? That's the point. You have millions and millions of years for creation. And we were told, somebody fucked up. Somebody fucked up. Somebody should have said that the Earth was a few 100,000 years old, and here we are. Somebody fucked up by letting people talk, because by letting people talk, which they're slowly, I don't know if you noticed, but they're slowly taking away your rights to actually speak on certain, I want to say, irrevocable truths, such as government conspiracy. You know, we'll get into that later. But you have all of these, this timeline, just, it kind of, that's why I say somebody fucked up, because you got 4 billion years here, you got 65 million years into that 4 billion, and dinosaurs came to be, and then they were gone. They were around for millions of years, and then they were gone. Okay, they were around for millions of years. We're human beings. We're the most intelligent beings, we think, that have ever been on this planet. And you mean to tell me that we were outlived by a bunch of snakes and lizards that just eat, slept, and fucked and shit? We suck. We're fucking retarded. That's what the bottom line is. We build these giant superstructures, and we write